Hello there, welcome back to the Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday where you ask and I perspectivize. Oh, feel great today, guys. I hope you feel good as well under the circumstances of lockdown and quarantine and everything that's going on. I hope you're still well. Otherwise, today we have a question, a very interesting question, a nice question in my view. The question is, hey TMP, please cover this on the TMP Q&A. How can one boost their self-esteem? My name is not very important, don't worry. Looking forward to your perspective. Thanks, man. Gosh. Simple and straightforward. Thank you, man. Not going to mention your name as you said. Very interesting question and a very lovely question. The biggest conflict here is self-esteem and self-confidence. It's very difficult to find a difference of the two. But what I know is that they're very important. And I'm just going to give my general perspective of what the difference between self-esteem and self-confidence is. First of all, let me start with self-confidence. Self-confidence is really about knowing your capabilities, knowing your abilities, knowing your skills, knowing what you can do. It's the knowledge of what you can do. And because of that, you know that I am confident with what I have to say or what I have to do. I know my work and I can execute it very well. So it's the affirmation of who you are and what you know, your capabilities. Whereas self-esteem is all about the feeling. It's all about the feeling of self-worth, feeling good about something. It's associated with how you look, how you appear, how you sound. It's really about the feeling of self-worth. Do you feel worthy enough or not? So it's really about the feels. Self-esteem is about the feels. Self-confidence is really about knowing that you can do something and you are comfortable and confident about it. To make it more practical, it's this. Basically, you have your commercial and humanities students, and that is your self-esteem. You've got your science and engineering students. The careers, this is a self-confidence issue. Because these people, the science and the engineers, they know, right? They think they know. And because they know, they don't care how they look, they don't care how they sound. Your Einstein, for example, look at your mathematics teachers. Look at your, and I'm not casting aspersions, I'm just bringing out things that we can relate to. So those people, science students, engineers, the numbers people, mathematicians, all those people, they don't care about how they look. It's all about what they know. And because they know, they can tell you, they will tell you, right? They're confident. It's self-confidence. Whereas with the commercial students and law students, humanities, those ones care about how they look, how they dress, how they feel when they get into the boardroom. Hi, good morning, my name is. You get what I mean. So it's self-esteem. It comes from the outer looks, the appearance, and everything. Just wanted to bring that in there. I hope now you get the distinction between the two. So the issue is, where did it go to? Where did your self-esteem go to? Because in this video, we're covering the self-esteem element. What happened to your feeling? What happened to your good feelings about yourself? Where did that go to? What was the causes of your lack of self-esteem? That's what we must go into. And it's very important. I'm just going to give you a small story about me and my growing up. Because one of the first thing that can cause one to lose or gain their self-esteem is your childhood experience, your upbringing. It's associated with childhood traumas. So what you have experienced as a young kid shapes the way you feel about yourself. In this way, I grew up a very interesting childhood. My childhood was very interesting. It was nice. So, right, my home is in a different province from where I went to school. So I was born in Mpumalanga, and then when I was going to grade 3 or somewhere there, I went to Limpopo. So when I got to Limpopo, basically, generally, I grew up as a bully, you see. I was a bully to a certain degree, but it ended. And so, but it was short-lived. Let me tell you the story. So when I went to Limpopo, I got there, and you know when you are a new kid on the block, all the boys in my streets, they're like, hey, there's a new kid on the block. So because when I get to a place, generally this was me, like from birth. When I get to a place, I've got this attention commanding kind of thing about me. When I get to a place, you will feel that I'm there, right? So I got there, and because I know that I'm a new kid in the block, and all the guys, my peers are there, and then I make friends with these new guys. So I just became a bully, you see. Then I was bullying these guys, my friends of mine, and it was very short-lived until one of these guys, one day when I was busy trying to bully them, he was like, man, screw this, I'm gonna fight back. The guy fought back. He showed me flames, man. He blacksoned me. And from there, I was like, no, cool. So there was this other one that I still continued to bully. Until he also had the same thing, like, screw this. I'm just going to stand up for myself. And we fought. He beat me up. And then my bulliness went down. So it was very short-lived. But now, here's the thing. What I'm trying to point out here is that because I was a bully, it made me feel a certain way about myself, right? Which made me bully other people. And then I lost. I was beaten up. Gave me a different feel about me. Now I became bullied. And I remember there was this guy. I will never forget this guy. This guy was my bully, guys. Like, he bullied me so much. It was deep, guys. I remember I used to have nightmares about this. I would have flashes at night about this guy bullying me, crying, until my dad was like, hey, what's wrong with you? And my dad had to intervene. But that's not the point. So I was bullied. And because of that bullying, I lost self-esteem. So the point I'm trying to point out here is that those experiences, those childhood traumas and experiences can take away your self-esteem. One thing. So I'm telling you this so that you can look into your own life. Later, I will tell you how to solve this, how to fix this in a very simple way. 4 implementable steps you can start taking today to change that and start building your self-esteem again. Things I did as well. So, yeah, childhood trauma. Number 2, your self-talk. What do you say to yourself about yourself? Right? Those talks that you have about you, people don't love me, nobody wants to be my friend, nobody cares about me. See those things, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, who am I to even say something? You see those things that you say about yourself? The negative beliefs about yourself, they kill your self-esteem, because the more you tell yourself that, repetition makes you aware. Repetition brings your reality, it shapes your reality. So what you tell yourself shapes how you feel about yourself. It affects your self-esteem. Check what you've been telling yourself. Also, it can be made by what other people tell you about you. This can also be caused by your parents. Maybe you grew up with abusive parents, verbally abusive parents, or you have a circle of friends that just don't tell you uplifting things about you. Always blaming you. It's your fault. You're not good enough. You're not beautiful. You're ugly. You see those things? They take away your self-esteem. And you see the fruits of the lack of self-esteem through alcoholism. It's a study that proves that most of the people that are into drugs and alcohol, they lack self-esteem. That self-esteem was taken by many things. Now the question is, what is it in your case that might have taken that self-esteem from you? So check people around you. What are they saying? Who is this people? Who are these people? What are they saying to you? And what do you believe about yourself? Right? Those are the causes of self-esteem. Now we want to go into the solutions as well. The other thing that can cause a low self-esteem is lack of good hygiene. When you have bad breath, smelly armpits, and other people tell you about that, takes away your self-esteem. Now let's go to the solutions. implementable steps to fixing this problem. It's possible. Number one, change the way you look. Change your appearance. You know that saying that says, the way you look, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you perform good. And if you perform good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you want to look good. When you look good, you feel good. When you look good, you feel good, you perform good. And see, it's a chain. You get what I mean? So it's important how you look and how you appear. The commerce student, they feel good. And because they feel good and they get into those boardrooms, they perform well. They do those presentations, proposals, they win the deal and they feel good. So your appearance is important. Just try to change yourself. There was a point in my life where I didn't care about how I looked, man. It was like, whatever. So I was confident in my mind, but I didn't really have the self-esteem. Didn't care about how I look. I was just G, you know. Didn't care. I mean, everyone at home was like, hey, you don't dress well. Become better. I was like, no, it's not important. And it affected my self-esteem. But the ball changed. The game changed when I started changing how I looked. I started shaving nicely. Well, I don't care about this. I mean, I recently learned that women love good beard. Yeah, so it gave me some sort of self-esteem. You see, women love beard. So I'm keeping this for the ladies. Yeah, I'm joking, but I'm not, but I'm joking. Never mind. So yeah, just try and shave. Cut your hair. Trim yourself nicely, man. Look good when you look yourself in the mirror and be like, wow, this is a masterpiece. Automatically, it works like magic. It will change how you feel automatically. Just because you look good. Then you get a nice shirt, you wear your nice shirt, tie if you're a man. If you're a lady, just wear nicely. Just your nice blazer. Have that kind of feel. When you get to an environment, let people know that now you have arrived. I mean, it doesn't have to be that dramatic. I mean, just when you look at yourself in the mirror, be like, I look good, man. I look good. Immediately, it brings up your self-esteem. And that's something that you can do, I mean, today, tonight, even before you sleep. Or today, when you wake up, whenever you're watching this, you can go and wash up, dress up, look good. I'm telling you, it will change how you feel about yourself. First thing. Second thing, improve how you smell. Your scent. Personal hygiene. Very, extremely important. Your armpits. You need some... Your breath. You need some good... You see, when you talk to people, people must be like, yo, talk to me some more. And here's another study, a study that was done in 2014. It proves that oral hygiene, poor oral hygiene is directly related to mental health problems and depression. Yeah. We'll get into the reasons why at a later, another day. But it is a proven fact. When you have a bad oral hygiene, you don't smell good, bleh, bleh, toxic. People don't want to be next to you. It affects your self-esteem. But when you start improving that, brush up nicely, man. Get good toothpaste. Brush up twice a day. Brush up, or even more times, depending on your issue, your situation, right? Go to your closest person and be like, hey, how do I smell? And if they go, the face, you see, no. They don't need to say it, because sometimes it's not polite to say that. I don't know what's the problem with that. But yeah, when somebody tells you don't smell good, it affects your self-esteem. So improve on that. Brush your teeth, armpits, look good and feel good. When you get into a place, smell nice. When you smell nice, here's another story about me. In high school, I used to There was this cologne that I used to steal from my parents. So I used this cologne. It was good. It was a great cologne. So I would every now and then, you see, I'd get it. It was not mine. Yeah. So I would go to school with that cologne. I'm smelling nice, you see. And when I get there, and then the girls there at school, they're like, hey man, you smell nice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just because they told me that I smell nice. You see how small I am, body-wise. Automatically knowing that I smell nice made me feel fat, man. I was big. The whole classroom was filled. I was feeling so confident and comfortable in myself because smelling good is nice. Everyone wants to be next to you. No wonder I love hugging people. Those who know me will know that I'm a touchy person. Because that time I know that I'm smelling nice, you see. So it's good. You make sure. Smell good. Get a nice perfume. Doesn't have to be expensive. Just make sure that your armpits are well behaved. You need to make sure that they are well behaved. They are under your control. They don't just lead themselves. When they get to a place, they are the ones who introduce themselves first. No, 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 no. Be the leader. Control them. They must be under your leadership. Okay. It's important, guys, also because oh, it's important. Also, you know, I come from a pastoral background, so you go to church sometimes. Pastors must be careful about this, you see, because sometimes they go there, the mouth is not proper, the armpits are not under their leadership. They get there, they want to pray for you in Jesus. You roll over. They think it's the spirit. No, it's the suffocation. So make sure you feel good. Okay, back to the point. Make sure you feel good about how you smell. Hygiene is important. It brings your esteem back. That's the point. And third, now develop your inner game. Build your inner game. Remember, if you have self-confidence, together with self-esteem, you're unstoppable. So now when you have the inner game, you know that you are good here, right? Start reading books. Start watching shows, personal development shows. The Miracle Perspective. You start building yourself. You start improving yourself. So that you know that actually the inner game is there. It gives you the confidence. Together with the self-esteem, you're unstoppable, I'm telling you. Because you know, right? If you know, you know. So make sure you build your inner game by reading books, watching good shows. Stop following popular trending things, man, that are not adding any value to you. Start adding some value to you. Number 4, lastly, start affirming positive things to yourself. Remember in the beginning, you lost your self-esteem because you had negative affirmations about you. I'm not worth it, not good enough. Now, start implementing positive, believable statements to yourself. Say believable statements. Affirm them to yourself. And by believable statements, I mean something that you can easily believe. Remember, you're coming from a point of lack of self-esteem, so it's hard for you to believe yourself, right? So start with small things. You don't want to start saying, I can move mountains, I can heal the sick. No, start small, with things that you can easily believe. Things like, wow, I love myself. It's easy to do, right? It's easy to believe. I love myself. I look good today. You go and wash up, you comb your hair, you are good. And you look at yourself, you're like, I look good today. It's easy to believe that. Repeat those statements. Wow, man, I feel energetic. Right? Positive statements about you. I can love people. It's easy to do. That's you. I can love people. Ah, man, my smile is beautiful. I smell good. Things that you can easily boost your self-esteem with. Start positively affirming good things about you. Then next step is now you start improving on that. Now I can achieve a goal. I can set objective and achieve that goal. I can do things. You affirm positive things to yourself, right? It builds your self-esteem. And now change your friends. Be close. Be around to. Be in a circle of people that will believe in you. People who are going to tell you good things about yourself. Watch shows that are going to tell you good things about you, because indeed you are worth it. You have everything it takes to be a human being that is well respected. So you just need to believe that, right? Watch shows that are going to tell you that. Be around people that are going to tell you that. You become a better person. One thing that you're going to face as you're going to embark on this process of regaining your self-esteem, what you're going to feel as you try and implement these things that I'm suggesting to you is you will feel what's called cognitive dissonance. And cognitive dissonance, in simple terms, it means the uncomfortable feeling that you get when your mind experiences conflicting ideas, or when your mind starts feeling like, when you start embarking on a journey to becoming a better you, while your mind knows you to be this type. So that conflict makes you feel awkward. You feel a bit weird. You don't feel comfortable. So that's what's going to happen as you're trying to dress up well. You're going to have that thought of, hey man, who am I? I'm worthless. Why am I wearing like this? I can't be looking like this. So what you must do is you have to resist that feeling. Tell yourself that, no, I'm good. Actually, I feel good. So gravitate towards the positive emotion and the positive feeling that you get on doing whatever you're going to do. Because when you entertain the negative beliefs of, hey man, why are you dressing up like this? Why are you looking like this? You're not going to achieve it. So don't allow cognitive dissonance to hold you back. So you must be moving towards the goal. You want to gain your self-esteem. And that's something that you'll have to do. So that's my offering to you today, my friend. And if it helped you, please give me a comment below. If anybody else is out there and was feeling kind of the same as you, please do give me a comment as well. Remember, if you like this, if you like what we're getting from the channel, subscribe, like, please do like, comment, and share if you wish. But otherwise, thank you guys. And please, for this TMP Q&A Wednesdays, please send me your questions way in advance. And please do send your questions through. I really enjoy answering these questions because they get me to think. I learn a lot from this, as well as I am trying to teach other people there. I am learning a lot. So please do stick around. See you again next week on the TMP Monday show. It's finished.